And we're back, dear spectators, for a game 2 of tonight. This time around, right off the bat, we have Fresh Tana by my side. Welcome back, Fresh Tana.
Yeah, thank you. And like you guys can see without webcam, I'm sorry, just some personal things. Anyway, just think that my webcam is broken or something. Yeah, we are back with some more League of Legends, of course, with a VACE versus Red Lion, and yeah, it's a really cool matchup. I like VACE, I like Red Lion, so it'll be cool.
Yeah, definitely. And VACE, who have the previous week's MVP within their ranks in the form of Thunder Yordle, as we announced 2 days ago, on Tuesday. It's already 2 days ago. Weirdly enough, I had a feeling it was yesterday. I guess time just is a soup. But yeah, and it's the second game of tonight. VACE are in the second spot. They are rather comfortable. Worst that could happen is they lose this and Snooze wins the next matchup, and then Snooze is C2 and they're C3, but it doesn't change too much. They'll both be facing each other first in the playoffs before needing to take the win in that series to go up against Royal Family as things stand. However, for Royal Family, there might be something to play about here, because if they stay ahead of the curve, they technically have a more favorable matchup going into relegations, or maybe even a chance, I believe, to... No, it's all done, they're cooked. I was thinking maybe a chance to tie it out with Shabil, but yeah, no, that is cooked, never mind, so...
By the way, is there like any benefit for second place to third place, like having the first side selection in the semifinals?
Now, I'm not an expert, but I believe that's the case, yeah.
Yeah. So for VACE, there's still something on the line.
But yeah, at least there's that. But it's a small thing. It's a nice thing to have, of course. But and of course you don't want to just lose a game, right?
True.
VACE were going really strong in the split right now, only losing against Royal Family. Already suffered a loss against Snooze this week, so maybe they want to take back the momentum, grasp back their power a bit, and show that they should be on spot 2 here. We'll see how that fares. I believe, yeah, second place gets first side selection is being confirmed here. I believe, do we have the champ select maybe ready? I believe it is. I think we can jump right into it, right?
Sounds really good, yes.
Here we go. There we have it. Champ select of game 2 of tonight. Red Lions versus VACE Esports here.
Yeah, unrestarted with Emilio. Pretty unconventional ban, I would say. Just because we saw some heroes. I mean, just in the last game we saw one, but it's like not the most threatening pick in my opinion. So, but yeah, just ban it away, I guess. Especially Red Lions just want to play around bot side, so banning some bot lane matchups away definitely makes sense. Sari against Seiki makes a lot of sense. And then, of course, we have Mace, who played some really good smaller games and some really good Varus games, so banning the Varus definitely makes sense. And for blue side, it's kind of like the gamble. If red side bans Smolder, then you don't need to ban it against Mace, but if they let it open, you can just first pick it, right? So they don't need to ban it against him.
Absolutely. Have the Taliyah ban. That's also quite unusual. Like, have we seen any Taliyah yet? I don't think so. I don't remember any.
Maybe one or something. I believe there was one moment where someone ulted to get a really good like situation done where the team split it or something. I think we saw one Taliyah at least.
On the Thursday, probably when I wasn't there.
Oh, that's
the case.
That's maybe actually the case, yeah.
But yeah, here we go. We have the Kai'Sa being picked up for Ziki. Also had quite a good performance on the Kai'Sa, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, just last game. Oh, no, not last game, but the game. Tuesday, because they had against Hitmon Lee with this really strong Kaiser and Nautilus, where Eto played Nautilus. I think that was really strong. And actually, we had no Talia, at least not on the stat page, but 3 Talia bans.
Yeah,
but maybe there was one because we are missing one stat, but I don't remember it exactly.
Let's just say it was the case. Anywho, then we have the Nidalee on sides of Red Lions as well. Now we saw Nidalee on Tuesday as well. Always a very interesting pick, I would say.
And wasn't it actually Tundra Rookie as well?
Yeah,
that it was Nautilus, Kaiser, Brown, Nautilus, Kaiser, and Nidalee. So they just swapped out Nautilus now for Brown, because there's of course a VACE or some hard engage, so you want a Brown for that. That definitely makes sense. We have Soraka and Saya, and now of course Bowser gets his Klett banned away. The Thunder Yordle ban.
Yep, adds up.
Classic.
Get the cannon out here.
Yeah, and I really like this Soraka, by the way, against Kaiser and Nidalee, because both are poke champions, so you have just the healer in the backline. I think it's a really good idea of VACE just to counter this type of poke comp position there. Thunder Yordle actually gets the Aatrox ban away, and Jax also. So 4 top lane bans.
4 top lane bans, that's quite a number. VACE seems to be keeping the last say in terms of that matchup as well. Blind picking the Tristana now.
Yeah, that's really cool, because Vashil was this dude who played a lot of Tristana in the early season, with like 3 Tristana games or something. Then he rather played some Kava, for example. And now returning to this Tristana definitely is a really cool pick. And I like the Malphite idea, just because there's 2 ADCs, and then of course, like, not the biggest front line, so you can always ult someone as Malphite. I think that's a really good idea. And they actually go the full tank route now with Ornn also. So it's Malphite mid lane or something. Or maybe Ornn mid lane, depending on the matchup. I think both can play both lanes. Depends if they want to play AP Malphite, for example. Then maybe mid lane Malphite is a little bit stronger. And there is Gwen now as a counterpick to this classic Ornn top lane.
Yeah. Should be a very favorable matchup for the Gwen. I mean, makes sense. You have the last pick, might as well go at it fully. And I have to say, I have to echo what you said about Malphite. I really like the pick as well, because up until the Gwen pick, there was so much AD on the sides of VACE, with the Xayah, with the Vi, with the Tristana. Plus, should be a very obvious choice at that point, and it gives them so much more oomph once again to get the engage, which is really appreciated by champions like Kai'Sa, for example, or even in Italy, which both can actually join up quite easily in such strong engages.
Yeah, definitely. Especially on those long range engages, and even the Kai'Sa. I mean, they can pretty much all jump in and just get on like the same engage like Malphite and Ornn. I really quite like that, and especially Eto now on the tank support this time as well. I think they really played it really good when they matched against Hitmon Lee. Of course, VACE is a different type of opponent, but maybe it can work.
Yeah, in any case, I think you're saying that we should have Eto more on those champions. Definitely seems to have landed with Red Lions. They go that route once again, and I think it fits quite nicely, because you said it answers the Vire quite well. It's also good against a Tristana that tries to probe a bit too deep. It gives them this direct peel for the AD carry here that is quite welcome, I would say.
Yeah. It's, and I always think that those weaker teams, or I don't want to call Red Lions weaker, but at least from the standings, that those teams can actually rely on those easier to play team comps. I mean, Malphite Ornn is really easy to play. You have so much long range engage, hard force engage. you can always engage whoever and then play it 4v5, for example. Kaiser can also follow up, so it's really easy to play, and I think especially for a team who might struggle on individual basis, can definitely work with that.
Yeah, and especially they are really like there's this beefy front line, and then you have Ziki, who's shown time and time again to be an incredible AD carry still, who can just be pushed to his maximum potential in such games, and that's very nice to see. I believe that without any further ado, we can prepare to see how it all pans out for Red Lions and VACE as we head towards game 2 of tonight, Red Lions versus VACE Esports.
And with that, we are in game. Red Lion on blue side, or VACE on red side. Two really cool team comps. Veshil back on the Tristana. We have Malphite mid lane with actually going poke Malphite, Comet, probably Q-Max, probably an AP Malphite. So they are a little bit AP heavy actually, now that I see that. On Malphite, Nidalee, Braum, even Kaiser with a lot of AP damage. So maybe that could be like the winning factor for VACE just to rush some magic resistance or something.
Yeah, true, and some of these champions actually like it quite a lot. I mean, especially the Vi, for example, can just go for Hex Drinker, which is always nice. And will make her really hard to kill for them. Use cases. But we'll see how it fares. Because I don't see a Tristana, a Xayah, or a Soraka building a lot of magic resist at least.
Yeah, there could be some
targets.
There could be some Hex Drinkers even on Tristana and on Xayah, or even those Whiff's Ends maybe. I could even see a world where someone, after 3 damage items, build a Spirit Visage for the Soraka heals, for example. Spirit Visage, a perfect item for Grimmige Borel as well, just because you have this Soraka in the backline. So there's definitely some options, and that's the reason why I believe that Sticky probably will build crit and just tries to one-shot backline targets while he jumps in and not builds too much AP, or probably not even building Nashor's Zahn, Nashor's Tooth, I'm sorry, and rather just the full crit route.
Yeah, I think that's the goal either way. Their best targets are simply to go for one of them, have Ziki jump on them, and that's something that you can more or less easily do actually on that Kaiser. Either way, so lots of aggression already on the top lane, good old classic. And I think that's good for Bowser, currently winning this trade they just had. He wants to be able to get a hold of this lane earlier rather than later, right?
Yeah, definitely. And it's a matchup which is bad for the On, but especially in the early game, On isn't too weak, especially with this W. If he gets it fully for the auto attack, for example, he can definitely try to pressure the Quen, or at least trade even. But you already see there's a CS discrepancy, and the biggest thing against.
Lots of damage on Ziki here with Feathers. He has to be careful because he's not. That's the disadvantage with the Braum shield here.
Yeah.
Have to be careful of the Feathers. Can't be too safe here.
Yeah, there we see Eto on this Braum, and but especially those range champions like a Soraka, or I mentioned Lulu in one of the other champ selects. Yeah, but yeah, there's the Soraka first block actually. Those lane bullies, those range champions can actually win the matchup quite easily.
Yeah, but we had Tundra Rookie going for the gank here, but he is intercepted by Grimmige Borel, who comes just in time to get him up, pinned against the wall. They keep the pressure going now. And Tundra Rookie really low from this.
Yeah, I think it was a funny idea by Mace actually to insta ghost there, but then he just needed to walk all around this rock. And I think if he just flashed over the wall, for example, he might can kill both of them or something. But because he just was running so a lot with his ghost, I think they might miss the kill there. But it's totally fine. They pressured Red Lions out of the bot lane, and they got a big CS lead. Of course, the first blood, so everything is fine at the moment for the for VACE.
Yeah, definitely. They are comfortably settling into this game. You also have some discrepancy on the top lane, but now with Thunder Rookie coming in 4 lane gang, this is acutely changing. Has to be careful because of the snips here. Getting a lot of damage, but now forced to fall back as Bowser still was able to bout out a lot of damage. With the Gozat, he's running around. Careful here. Mega Morale coming from behind, connecting with the enemy jungle, and they pick up the kill on Tundra Rookie, and with that even pressure Bowser towards his own turret. Meantime on the bot lane, Ziggy is able to pick up the kill on Apai and to keep the aggression going. The stun is out on Maze, who is fully stacked. That's the double kill for Ziggy. So, you know, you're not just giving kills away for nothing.
Yeah, well played. That was a really insane bot lane 2v2. I think Maze and Apai are definitely one of our strongest bot lanes we have, and they just got 2v2 destroyed almost. Okering Boel a little bit deep.
Yeah, getting caught here by Amaterasu. Tundra Rookie. Amaterasu blocks the Q, joins back in. He got the level 6. Unstoppable force to confirm the kill on Vashil, who just wanted to help here.
Apai just a little bit too close on the play. But, I mean, Red Lions definitely winning out on some of those plays. Apai now trying to connect on the Rookie. Probably cannot 1v1 him, but at least stop him from doing the Void Crush.
Yeah, because that's enough time for Vashil to join in. Tundra Rookie forced to fall back now against the level 6 Tristana, who flashes behind him. Ito just around the corner. Amaterasu back as well. It's a 3v3 situation with mid jungle and a support around the Void Grubs. Lots of pressure falling onto Vashil. I think it's the wiser choice to simply do the Grubs at that point, and that's an objective in the pocket for Red Lions here.
And after this early game, against a really strong team like VACE, I actually question myself if Red Lions, I mean that they won against Snooze back then, right? When they just played this offensive playstyle, especially with those tank supports, a little bit earlier, if they could have cracked down some of those teams to maybe win some more games. Because I think this playstyle actually suits them just a tiny bit more. Now with Eto on Brown, for example, I mean, she was there for the solo bolos bot lane, and then of course a really good roam now even to secure those Void Crops. And I think a Brown usually is just always a good opinion or a good choice to get some winning fights. So there could have been a world where Red Lions just placed a little bit higher with those tank supports.
Yeah, look, it works really well here. The stun goes through and Ziggy keeps the pressure going on to Maze, and Apai was still level 5 here. Pushed back towards the turret. It's, as you said, it just works really well to have it on those tank champs. He synergized really well with Ziggy's playstyle overall, and the spot lane looks really threatening like this.
Yeah, it's like you want to protect someone, so you pick enchant champ, right? But then offense is the best defense sometimes. So maybe with those aggressive tank supports who can maybe punish some of those lanes, it's also defending Ziggy, but in a different kind of way. But now after those resets, VACE gets the chance to secure the strength and a big win con right now.
Just around the corner. Oh no! The smite out a bit too early here. This could have been good for them because Grimmick Borel's own smite wasn't cooldown, I see here. Fortunately, they couldn't know that, so he didn't have as much pressure as he might have felt, actually.
Yeah, but it was a good steal attempt by Tundra Rookie. I think the biggest liability at the moment for VACE is that there's just 30 CS leads in the top lane, and it's such a heavy favored matchup even for this Quen that she might even solo kill.
Yeah, full charge and battery onto Tundraroki, wanted to go for the tower dive together with Amaterasu, joins him a little too late and doesn't connect the unstoppable force. And now the Malphite player forced to flee here as the blast cone throws him back in the middle of VACE's lineup here. And at that point, there is no hope. Best you could have done is, I think, die there a bit earlier. But now the shutdown money goes to Mace.
Yeah, and that's really huge for him. He was behind a little bit at least because of those 2 kills for Ziki, but now with this shutdown money it should be at least even to Ziki, and with that botlane is kind of stabilized, and it's not a bad matchup. I mean, like I said, those ranged champions are usually pretty good against Braum because you can poke him so much, but they kind of just always found a good window where all are just full life and the poke couldn't land. And with that, the melee champion in those all-in scenarios is just a little bit stronger. And I think Eto and Zeki just did that really good to see those opportunities. And but you also saw this first blood where Arpai could just kill Braum because they just poked him so much. So it's always like this: how much time do they get to poke the Braum? Because at some point there is no all-in anymore for Braum and Kaiser.
Time here on the mid lane, we have Grimmick coming in with the shield. Voltbreaker connects onto Amaterasu. Tundraroki just around the corner, lands a spear on the shield, and is able to jump the mid lane. Both mid laners being jumped by the junglers right now. Have to be careful. Shield really low. Is one spear away. Flashy to kill the Tristana player. You would not expect that. And that's a kill for Tundraroki.
Yeah, and that's really good.
Oh, this holding battery to the Italy player. Thunder Yodel came down towards the mid lane. Have to be careful. Unstoppable Force is dodged with the Voltbreaker here. And the situation looks more or less stable. You have to be careful of that Gwen, however.
Yeah, she used Ghost, and in the end it did not really get something, and now even loses some minions under the turret. And Tundraroki just using this time now to maybe get some more white crops. Borel is there, but kind of low. In the meantime, Arpai actually got killed with both summoners.
It is good, very nice station finisher coming out from it. So here comes the call of the Thunder Gorge. Grimmick Borel uses the flash to dodge that Thunder Yodel. Is on to the Brawl player here. Thanks to the shield, first set of needles is blocked. Royal it's always the R and sounds. Red Lions, I mean. Although they are looking quite regal right now in this game. As they win this situation. Zeki is here as well. The shield getting really low, but Maze is putting out quite a lot of damage on the Kai'Sa player here. Tundraroki onto the Void Grub. The Thunder Yodel tries to ring and annoy him. Bowser just around the corner. Situation is starting to derail as VACE is trying to collapse onto them. But the shutdown from Ziki goes to Thunder Yodel. Gets killed, however, by Yeto as the situation is completely out of control. And VACE with that picks kill after kill. And they are now back ahead from this situation. And they can even take the 5th and the 6th grub.
That was a long stretch fight, and in the end, VACE coming out on top. And that was actually really close, and I think Redline kind of overstayed their welcome there. They definitely should have tried to do it much faster, because after all of this long fighting, Arpai respawned, and the other ones could regroup, and it was just too much time, and then they just got killed in the end, and especially Thunder Yodel again with a really good play onto Ziki, surviving, killing the ADC. That was really important, and with that they even secured a slight gold lead.
Yeah, that puts them back into the driver's seat here. And they're able to wrestle control back, because Red Lions was a bit ahead before. If you look back at the situation. We also have these Void Grubs which were pulled so long and just put out damage. Vashil getting out really low. Like you can see already Thunder Yodel coming down from the top lane here just to annoy Bowser and Tundraroki. And at that point, Red Lions is already kind of clamsed here. They have VACE coming in from the bot side. They are trying to get Thunder Yodel, but he's not so easy to kill because of the immunity field. We get the kill in the end, but it's already too late as Vashil is able to join up with Mace. And it just looks really bad at the end for Red Lions here.
And especially those API heals just keep them alive. And in a world where API is maybe just a little second earlier to top lane, then maybe even Thunderjaw will survive. So it's really, really crazy how VACE got this winning team fight. And with that, some leads in most lanes. And now the big question is, do they even try to contest this Herald? I mean, Vashir is there. At the moment, not Criminal Borel, but he is on his way, and Tsunderuki just needs too much time at the moment and probably cannot stop it.
It's looking really bad because now VACE is able to push Red Lions back towards the mid lane. Ziki just around the corner joins in, and the rest of Red Lions as well. Very nice call of the Thunder Goal as Criminal Borel does. Wombo combo coming in from Red Lions, and with that they just keep the CC and the knockups going, and the kills fall in their favor.
And they are just too squishy. They can just get engaged, and that was Ornn knockup into Malphite, knockup into the E knockup of Ornn. There's too much AoE, too much damage, and at the moment VACE just cannot stop that. They don't have the front line to do it. They don't have they are not too fat to survive it. So that was just a clean engage here by the two tanks coming from behind. One knockup into the other, and not even Thunderjaw is surviving it, because I mean, normally he has his immunity shield, but the Malphite ultimate is inside the shield. The second knockup is inside the shield.
Situation here in the middle lane, Tsunderuki in the middle lane, supposed to fall back a bit, but Mace really low, has to be careful. The Featherstorm is out, Grim Borel. Here comes the Wish to save them some time, but Shield misses the rocket jump here, because these could have been some healthy snacks for him, as Ziki was really low here.
That was really, really unlucky. Those jumps just hurt watching, but also as a player in this moment, you just see the triple kill, you just want the triple kill, and then you just jump on the wall, and it's just really, really sad for all of them. So he had the right play, but couldn't do it. And yeah, in the end, they don't lose too much from this losing team fight, but still, there could have been something. In the meantime, at least they got 2 tracks, so VACE with a lot of scaling. They can just relax now, scale up a little bit more, maybe even try to get those other 2 tracks for the soul, but they don't need to. They have plenty of time now to even chop some tracks if they need to, and just play around this Quen, because I think Quen definitely can try to win it, and you already see 3 Mercury boots, because so much AP damage.
And I think that you mentioned earlier Spirit Visage, but I feel like Banshees also come in handy here with all the CCs, could save your life here. The shield gets engaged by Amaterasu with the Unstoppable Force under the turret. He's able to get him away with that buster shot here.
Yeah, and those Mercuries probably let him survive. I think with Berserker boots, he would have died there. But this MR, especially against a tank Malphite at the moment, he has 1 book, but that's not too much AP. I think he just survived because he bought this magic resistance there.
Yeah, we can also see Grim Borel already going for more magic resistance. I think what I'm afraid for here for some players of VACE is that they maybe tunnel vision into that AP defense, but they have to be careful because Ziki is starting to rack up quite a few items as well here.
Yeah, definitely. That's always I think you should keep in mind. But of course, you have tools to kill Zeki in teamfights. You have the Y ultimate. You can maybe just use only on him, because do you want to Y ult Ornn or Malphite or Brown? Probably not. Tsunderuki maybe not in range. So
I see a little 1v1 here between Thunderjaw and Bowser, who had a very nice knockup. But in the end, with the needles, ooh, Yeah, Thunderjold dissuaded because he feels something's coming. Ziki hits it here and goes on to him. In the meantime, on the bot lane, we have the engage from Grimmy Gabriel on to Thunder Rookie, but thanks to the unstoppable force, the shield is destroyed in a matter of seconds. Nidalee player has to be careful, however, because here the magic resist comes in handy. They flash behind him in order to confirm the kill on the Nidalee player. Amaterasu can't do much here to save him. That's a 1-for-1 on the bot lane, but a kill on Thunderjold coming in from Ziki, who also takes tier 1 on the top lane.
He had the killer instinct there and just killed Thunderjold after close team 1v1 on top lane. And now at least VACE, especially with the secured kill on Thunder Rookie, they get their third Drake. And that's actually big, especially the soul could be something, because of course there are more heals going on. And with those spirit visages, we may see those heals get amplified, so that could definitely be a valid thing to do for VACE.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of gold, rather even Red Lions with a slight lead here. Those Drakes are starting to be quite threatening, I would say.
Especially the Quinn. I think on the sideline she is unmatched basically, and later on, if she gets soul, she can probably win team fights on its own, because she's too tanky later on and needs too much damage. So Thunderjold could be definitely the big winning player for VACE in this match, at least, if he gets the time to scale, if he gets the items, because he still needs the Nashors and probably the Rabadons, and after that he is really, really huge. But now there could be an engage.
They're going for it. Two people are hit by the unstoppable force, and things are going on. The Glacial Fissure follows up, and Ziki's damage is there on par. The CC, however, from VACE is quite good here, as it allows them to not have more follow-up from Red Lions. In the meantime, on the bot lane, we had a 1v1 that looks to have gone quite well for Bowser here, although nobody died.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like he did a good fight there. And now, because Commander Borel is dead, they try to do Baron, but there comes Thunderjold from behind, so they need to be careful. Ashil also can still jump in. Appa is full life.
Bowser will be late here, and Ziki is getting caught off the bat. That's a shutdown going in for the shield as things are starting to derail. Bowser comes in now with the TP, but it's a bit too late. There are only 3 members up against 4 from VACE Esports, which are looking still quite healthy. Amaterasu tries to make some damage here. They are disengaging. Thunder Rookie a bit in the roughs, but is able to stay safe, however. But now Grimmiger Borel back up allows VACE to go for the Baron themselves.
Oh, there's the Thunder Rookie around the corner, throwing spears.
Yeah, careful, but no, he gets caught. They're not giving him even a chance to try and steal that Baron. TP coming in from Amaterasu. Red Lions going in here in separate ways. Yep, here comes the smite. Maybe he was hoping to get the unstoppable force in time to snatch it up, but fortunately that's not the case.
And with that, winning teamfight and the Baron for VACE, and there we can already see like this flanking situation, Ziki alone in the dark against 4 people. And then you have just basically 3 tanks and a Nidalee. And Nidalee is not really well known for the 1v5 potential in teamfights. She's a poking champion, so she cannot do something there. And the 2 tanks already used all their abilities before that, especially Malphite ult, really, really clutch. And they only got 1 kill of Malphite ult, so not helpful for a team fight after that. And with that, VACE.
Oh, but here comes Amaterasu, finds purchase on Appa, one of their prime targets because of all of the healing. It's not enough to get him down. Now Grimmiger Borel coming in from the side. Glacial Fissure is out as Red Lions are forced to fall back a bit, but it's just a trap because Thunder Rookie is in the river brush here. This would give them a miracle advantage, but careful because on the bot lane you have Vashil pushing, and top lane you have Thunderjold, so you need to defend those turrets as well here.
Yeah, they just to play 1-3-1. And this Soraka actually is some sort of a frontline. She has with the Womox. So she can actually just tank Malphite ult and there's no problem for her. And in the meantime, the team is winning.
Here we have the tower dive with the Feather Storm, and with that Ziki is taken care of in a matter of seconds. Dato doesn't even have the chance to react with the shield. That's a double kill for Mace. With that, they also pick up tier 1 on the middle lane. In the meantime, Amaterasu did God's work on the bot lane, however, taking down Vashil in the 1v1 here.
Yeah, well played there. You at least get something out of the situation, but of course you lost 2 full turrets, maybe even 3, with all with the two turrets, top lane and bot lane, and then of course some more kills. So for VACE, it looks good. 5k gold. Drake is spawning soon. That's the soul Drake, and with that, it's maybe after the soul not really losable anymore for VACE, because then they just scaled a lot, and the items come in 2 items each. The revisage is there, so this Vi is really strong.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, VACE did have it a bit rough in the early game, but things are definitely, or have definitely turned in their favor right now. With 2 important fights, they got control here. And it's Red Lions on the back foot here. Came in clutch to get the vision around that Drake and are rushing it in order to not give that soul for free, but they are quite far behind in terms of Drakes. So that's just gonna delay maybe the inevitable. However, they do pick up the objective bounty in the meantime, and are forced to back here to defend top, because look how fast Thunder Yodel is taking down this turret.
And the snip snap is just way too strong, especially with the attack speed growth of the E, and then of course the Nashor's Tooth. That's just too much attack speed stuff, but of course at least they got the track, right? So they denied the soul, which helps, but no, they might get engaged.
Here we have the engage from Gimmick Burrell, and Thunder Yodel coming from behind, separating Ziki from the rest of his team, as Thunderuki is already getting really low, having had to tank Gimmick Burrell's full onslaught of damage, but he is able to get back to base, and they pick up the kill on Thunder Yodel. This is huge for Red Lions, as this could prove the opportunity to fight the back and engage, but they have still to be careful because they're out of ultis. They decide to make a stand here. Gimmick Burrell getting really low here as Mauser comes in from the side. Maze takes down Thunderuki, however, as Ziki kind of finds it hard to find punches. They're really low, but now they find it on to him, and he dies, and the situation turns once again in favor of VACE, who are now pushing back against Red Lions with 3 members up, only against Amaterasu and Ito.
And Alpha is just doing God's work in those fights, just healing and healing and healing all the way. Everybody, I mean, Grimmick Boy is full life again. I mean, that's crazy. And even Mace just gets healed over and over, so there's just no way to win a team fight unless you somehow kill this Heroic. I mean, just look at that. And with Varmox, she just heals herself. I mean, that's crazy.
Even Arpai is just, look, he's already full life, and he was missing a good quarter chunk of his health.
Yeah. That's really strong from the whole squad, of course, and there's Super again. Thunder Yodel actually with a good flank, but then he's just all alone again against 4 people, and it doesn't really matter that he is that strong, because his team couldn't really follow. And then just look at those APA heals, he just keeps them alive. I mean, just coming over, he's almost dead. And in the end of this team fight, he was full life again. I mean, that's so crazy. Then Mace, of course, just look at Mace's health and Burrell's health, and remember the health pools when they started to hitting the inhibitor. I mean, it's really crazy that they just heal up so fast. And yeah, they really need to kill Arpai quick and fast, because otherwise just look at Mace, 7, 1 and 7. This guy, if he can auto-attack, kills your tanks.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was going to say, Ziki tried to find the angle onto Arpai, but you gotta give it to him. He is staying safe so well as well. It's super hard to get to him, and once he did get to him, the rest of VACE was able to just jump him, take him out of the fight. Things are escalating around the Baron again, but in the meantime, Thunder Yodel is having the time of his life, taking down this inhib, forcing 3 members to stay here at the Baron. Because 2 people with Red Lions have to defend against him. They are trying to make a stand here, but it's so hard Look at the healing. Grimmick Barrel is almost back to full life. Is he dying? No, here comes the fish. No, in the end, he does die. Benito so low already. So is Zinky, who dies at the hands of Maze in the meantime. Thunder Yodel does the 1v2 and takes down Bowser. First Nexus turret, second Nexus turret, they try to take him down, they do take him down. Have to be careful here, Vishul playing really nice here around the remnants of Red Lions, is able to survive really long. With that, they take down Nato, and Tantaruki all alone is not going to be able to do much to defend their Nexus.
Well played, Thunderyodel. But of course, they sent 2 tanks as a defense tool against Quen, and Quen just thinks 2 tanks, I eat them for breakfast. I mean, and then she can even ignore both tanks and still take down the base. I mean, that was maybe not the best decision, but in the end, it kind of worked out. They got 1 kill in this 3v4 actually. But after that, Quen just did the 2v1, finished it almost, and then the game was over. So Thunderyodel definitely got a good matchup, of course got a last pick, and did what he could to actually win the game for his team.
Yeah, absolutely. And just as the blue box says, with that, VACE Esports is able to secure themselves a final win to end up the regular season on a fine note. Now, next on the menu, we will be seeing Hitmonlee versus Snooze Esports. Before we get to that, however, we will be hopping into a short 10-minute break in order to get the game set up, catch a little breather, and